We are here. What's up, y'all? Just trying to get it better. I'm trying to get the lighting working. We'll get some more lights in here. We just deal with me, y'all. Welcome to Mad Games Uncut Pop Up Live. It's 8:25 a.m. in ATL. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm your host D Mays. We in the building, y'all. Before I go to the gym, so we're gonna start doing Mondays. Mondays will be the time I get on. So around eight-ish. That's the time I be on. So y'all know. So we here, man. We're gonna be talking. So we're doing address the community. So once a month, I'm gonna get on my black ish. So once a month, I'm gonna talk about black issues like I used to do on my podcast on Spotify, address the community. So we're gonna touch on some things. We'll talk about the closing of Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, Georgia. We're gonna talk about what's the next step for FBA, you know. Um I guess we could talk about Black Wall Street first. If y'all knew we had a Black Wall Street about here 5 years in Georgia, Stonecrest, Georgia, around Lithonia, DeKalb County area. If you're familiar with that area, like maybe like 5-10 minutes away from Atlanta. But Decatur, DeKalb County, they like doing their own thing. But anyway, it was a nice bear with me, allergies still pollen season. Stonecrest was nice. The Black Wall Street. Um, it was nice. I went there a couple years ago. I think I went twice. Me and my old lady, we went there. And you know, it was nice. It's nice building. It used to be a Target, I believe. I believe it used to be a Target. And we went there. I bought some cigars and I think my old lady got some cologne, perfume and stuff like that. At restaurants. It was still in their beginning stage, just starting out. I think they had the first week like 10,000 people came. That's pretty good number. So let me play this real quick, and then we'll just break it down from there. Can you imagine building an entire marketplace around the emotional symbolism of Black Wall Street? I mean, it actually happened right here in Stonecrest, my backyard. Well, now to this management with the new Black Wall Street market says that it is set to close at the end of this month. I just saw on the news that after 5 years, y'all, Black Wall Street is closing. Say it isn't so. Oh me, oh my, how did this happen? Y'all, suddenly, are we supposed? Okay, I'm gonna try to act confused and surprised. Okay, I'm lying. I'm not. Y'all, this is precisely what happens when people try to run economics on the fumes of emotion. Let me explain what I mean. This is what happens when you confuse symbolism with a business strategy. When you think a sob story can turn and do the job of supply and demand and price and quality service and most of all, repeat customers. And I already know some people, y'all are gonna say, April, you are being too harsh. I knew you hated black folks. You know we supposed to be supporting our own. I've heard it all, right? April, this was for the culture. Why are you coming down so hard? Listen, somebody got to tell you the truth. People who love you tend to tell you the truth. So I'm just gonna be people today. Listen, the culture does not pay the rent. Culture doesn't move dead inventory, doesn't create any sort of sustainable cash flow, and history by itself is not enough to turn a weak business model into a successful one. I know that's hard to hear, but we're going to talk some truth today. Today, I want to talk about why the new Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, Georgia is closing at the end of the month, and why the premise of the whole concept of Black Wall Street was flawed from the beginning. Listen, at the end of the day, some folks still have not learned. They've not learned that pity is not a marketing strategy. Let's get into this. Hold on, y'all. Let me get these commercials. Y'all know me now. I be on the budget now. I'm gonna be up here paying for the YouTube premiums. Okay. Pity is not a marketing strategy. Let's get into this. Here's your beauty guys. Welcome back to Unshakable with April Chapman, where we discuss all things social, cultural, political, and theological from a biblical perspective. I'm your host, April Chapman, and welcome to today's Smoke Show. Y'all, this one is literally in my backyard. I
don't know if you've heard the news, but the new Black Wall Street market in Stonecrest, Georgia, y'all, it is set to close at the end of the month. The general manager basically gave them no notice and explained that slow business, along with some operational and facility and financial issues, is the reason for the close. But don't worry, they claim it's temporary. According to management, the lack of foot traffic, operational and financial issues are what's forcing them to close the market for good come April 30th. But those who oversee the market say that's completely not true and that the closure is only temporary. Without a lot of notice, I have a lot of work ahead of me. Dr. Ronnie Shyam owns Cuba Kingdom. Her store has been part of the new Black Wall Street market from the beginning. In fact, we interviewed her in 2023, the market's second year in operation. We have made the most money that we ever had in that year here. That was Dr. Shyam then, but now it went from up there to way down. Sometimes there were hardly 10 people in there. Sometimes there were hardly.
And that's crazy, y'all. They said it was hardly 10 people in there. Started out, see, that's the thing, man. Let me just finish playing and then we'll get into it.
2 people in there. And Dr. Shyam's warehouse shows it. She has piles of her products stacked throughout it, and it doesn't even include the items she moved out of her store. Dr. Shyam says she's disappointed about the closure, even after I told her it's only temporary. They have not told us anything. And why would they reopen and let us pull everything out? You have labor money that you have to pay people to pull the stuff out and then to reorganize it again. When the market will reopen is unclear, though when I was speaking with people from the city of Stonecrest and the market, they're adamant it will be back in business. This sounds like chaos with the press release. Okay, no one believes you. Now, to be fair, the Black Wall Street market opened up in 2021, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it opened with big fanfare, and so many people had such high hopes for this establishment. There were over 100 businesses, and opening day, they had like 10,000 people. Actually, no, it was like 10,000 people on opening weekend. And the way that this marketplace was pitched to us, it was pitched as a Black business hub. And it was inspired by the original Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, the ones folks are still whining and crying about. Talking about we had Black prosperity, but they had burnt it, even though they rebuilt it. 130 plus retail store spaces inspired by the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was built to uplift and advance Black ownership. Sadly, it was destroyed in 1921 when armed white militia mobbed and burned the city. And I'm still trying to understand why did nobody in Tulsa, Oklahoma have some guns to shoot the white militia back. But that's another story. Anyway, the stated mission of the new Black Wall Street wasn't just retail. They claimed that the goal was training and entrepreneurship, and they wanted to build Black minority and women-owned businesses. It was real DEI niche like. But that's the part where I'm like, we need to slow down right there. That right there at that part. And I know there are going to be people who are going to hear my commentary on this, and immediately they're going to go into woe is me mode and then be mad and shoot me or want to shoot me, the messenger. They're going to want to whine and complain, say this why we can't ever have nothing because we don't support our own. The community did it. Look what happened to us. And listen, I've heard.
Do y'all agree with her so far? And I do, man. I think we got to touch on, I think Black people, we mean well. Black Americans, we mean well when we want to support each other. But the thing is, I think we go by it the wrong way. Now, you have some Black businesses that's doing pretty good. Shout out to Jeremiah Italian Icy here in Mableton. Black owned, but see, the way they market it, you know what I'm saying, it's for everybody. Be honest with you. Black people, the only way you're gonna make money, you're gonna have to market to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. That's Nike.
He did it. Look what happened to us. Listen, I've heard shallow and too emotional. It is not an accurate assessment of what happened here. But I will say that whole mindset of, cooperative economics and we need to buy black and we need to support our own, I'm going to just say it. That is the same kind of thinking that actually helped create the very problem that we are facing in the first place. Okay. Now, let
Wow.
me break it down. Here is the fatal flaw. The new Black Wall Street marketplace tried to build an entire business around racial sentiment instead of a realized economic reality. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Racial symbolism is not a marketing strategy. It is not the same thing as market demand. You gotta understand, you guys, the whole buy black concept, it works as a political slogan. It really does. It can stir up guilt and solidarity and sentiment, stir up old wounds, old grievances, and encourage black. It gets people out to vote for black politicians.
Now she hit it on
But
the
in
nail.
economics,
She hit on the nail right there. When we talk about buy black and all this, yeah, when it comes to when the political season, when it comes to voting and stuff like that, you can get black people out. But what she about to say when it comes to economics, listen to this.
It's different. There is a different law at work with economics. Economics don't care about your slogans, okay? It's a different set of laws. In economics, the customer, regardless of ethnic persuasion, they're going to ask, is the product good? Is the service good? Does it have the right price? Is the experience worth repeating? Do I want to come back? If I do, did I tell somebody else? That is it. That's the market in just cold-blooded reality. It is. The market's cold-blooded. It does not clap and celebrate you because your concept is historic. I'm going to say it again. Nobody cares. I know you want people to care, but they don't. The market does not spend money because your branding is emotionally loaded. It doesn't. The market will and has always responded to value. And if you don't create enough value for enough people, often enough, the market will starve you out.
That's it. That's it, y'all. And black people, we don't set when we have these businesses like this. Black Wall Street, that's a pretty good size. That place was pretty big. It was almost like a mini mall. Like, so you gotta have product. Shea butter and oils and stuff, we gotta do better than that. Selling African garments and stuff like that. That the cigars is cool, the restaurants are cool. You know what I'm saying? We need like cell phone companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, just gotta be more creative, y'all, when it comes to our businesses.
Starve you out. That's not racism. That's just reality. I get it. I know folks hate hearing this because too many of us have been discipled to think about economics through a grievance, Marxist, socialistic framework. Y'all, we've just been taught we have to moralize every outcome. You've been told that if it works, it's because we're finally being seen. But if it fails, it's because somebody doesn't value or support us enough. That is not how grown business works. A business is not a fundraiser. It is not a memorial. It is not a group therapy session with a cash register. Businesses have to produce. A business has to convert traffic into sales. It has got to figure out, how do I even attract enough foot traffic to convert said traffic to sales? A business has to solve a problem or meet some felt need or desire so well that people just keep coming back again.
Yep, you gotta have a product. Listen, man, it's all about the product. It's all about marketing. What can I sell that people need? Not something that sells it for black people, but if you're trying to sell a product, it should be for everybody. That's the problem with us, man. You got to have a product that everybody wants. That's what she's talking about. Shea butter, oils, African garments, stuff like that. You, you're not gonna really thrive as not how the way they was trying to push this whole Black Wall Street narrative because, like I said, it used to be a Target. So imagine you got stores like mini malls, like almost like a discount mall type thing, or some people call it, a swap meet, whatever. But the thing is, you have to be more creative when you're selling stuff. Step out the comfort zone. Sometimes we just keep selling the same thing, and it's like, okay, that's all we got.
And again and again. And if it doesn't, do you know what eventually happens? It dies. That may sound harsh, but it's the honest truth. And honesty is much kinder than letting people continue to lie to themselves. So I'm going to press this a little further. Now that I've got the most painful part out the way, it's closing. It is. It's dead, y'all. One of the biggest mistakes here that I observed with the whole new Black Wall Street was the narrowing of the value proposition. Let me explain what I mean. I've given this a whole lot of thought. But when you market something primarily through racial identity, basically it's a black-owned business, be black, pro black, just blackness all over the place. Like when you do that.
Oops. Sorry about them commercials, y'all. Let it play out. But yeah, man, I mean, she's telling the truth, man. That's all I can say.
Even if you don't literally say, this is for us only, even though everything you do communicates that, this is for us only, is often what people hear. The branding is a proposition statement. It's communicating something. It is saying this is a cause. This is a statement. This is a loyalty test. This is an obligation.
Okay.
And that may generate curiosity for a weekend. I mean, if you can bring in 10,000 people on opening weekend, it must be doing something. It generated a lot of hype during.
And shout out to Broken Tradition. He's right. The cigar lounges on the south side of Atlanta, man. It was booming a couple years ago. Now we don't even have it. We have one cigar lounge on the south side. And anybody know from Atlanta, the south side of Atlanta, mostly black. It's black. It's the black area. Man, El Jefe's closed. Oh man, I can go down the list. El Jefe's studio closed. Burn Cigars. The King Cigars. What's the one on Camp Creek? The sister on. God, what's the one the sister on Camp Creek? I'm trying to remember. Man, it used to be Stanley's. That closed. A couple more closed, man. We can't keep nothing open, y'all. And the cigar business is good. Guess what? Guess who got the cigar? Guess who's selling all the cigars on the south side now? The Indians. The Indians on tapped into the market, y'all. Yeah.
The initial launch, you may even generate a media buzz and some attention. Politicians and activists and influencers, they will show up and take a whole lot of pictures. But hype is not the same as sustainability. Okay, opening weekend traffic is not the same thing as year 4 profitability. This place has been open 5 years, and by year 2, they were already seeing problems. Take a look at this clip.
It went from up there to way down. Sometimes there were hardly 10 people in there. Sometimes there were hardly 2.
Now I know the FBA group gonna say, "Hey, she's not FBA. She sound like a teller." But let's be honest, man. When we talk about black businesses, they incorporate the black immigrants in there too. Let's just keep it real. It is what it is.
People in there.
And Dr. Shime's warehouse shows it. She has piles of her products stacked throughout it. And it doesn't
And see, she's selling a bunch of African garments. How many black people how many black Americans actually gonna come in there and buy African garments? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, that's not high demand. People don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're from Africa.
It include the items she moved out of her store. Dr. Shime says she's disappointed about the closure, even after I told her it's only temporary.
They have not told us anything. And why would they reopen and let us pull everything out?
That's a good point.
Labor money that you have to pay people to pull the stuff out and then to reorganize
is unclear, though when I was speaking with people from the city of Stonecrest and the market, they're adamant it will be back in business. On Wednesday, the new Black Wall Street Market will hold a farewell celebration for seniors between 12 and 3. In Stonecrest, Chase Howard, 11 Alive News. And several vendors say that they will be having special sales ahead of the expected closure. Well, the new Black Wall Street Market has been beneficial for store owners. There have been some challenges, including keeping vendors. Still, Hampton says even that isn't all bad.
Probably 4 to 5 retail businesses that have started here, and they left because they started their own operations. So even some of our vacancy challenges are because of the success that we've had.
And this is one of the reasons why this story matters so much. And I wanted you to see that throwback clip because they were reporting about all of the early excitement and the promise that this new Black Wall Street marketplace was going to yield. And now it's the same business that just 3 years ago was talking about how slow business was and facility problems and all of the operational strain and confusion over the future. That just means your launch story and the long-term story were not the same story. And do y'all want to know what else this exposes? Sadly, there's this lie that all you have to do is if you create a for us, by us space, that success will automatically follow. The assumption is, well, all the Black folks surely are going to come out and support it because the widgets or the things that y'all are selling there that Black folks just want. I'm sorry, but that's just not true. Right?
And I'm going to say that real quick. She got a little bit more. We're not going to go through the whole thing. I'm reading some of the comments. And she's right. You're not selling what people want. I'm going to get into what Progress Tradition just said. FBA is a cult at this point. I'm going to tap into FBA in a minute. Emotionally may sustain a church, but can't sustain a business. That's one of the comments. I love that. How can they sell themselves Wall Street? How can they call themselves Wall Street? They don't trade in stocks and bonds. It's a shopping mall. Facts. It's a historical reference. Okay. I don't think they know what Wall Street is or what business is. These are the comments, y'all. Let me go. Jamal Bryant isn't really a pastor. He's a politician with a pulpit. They talking about him with the whole thing with Target and stuff. Yeah, man, I don't mess with that guy. That guy's a joke. Any Black person follow him is a fool. I don't give a damn. You do believe in God and go to church and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? That Black people, Black churches now just use Black people just to make profit. Flea market products, shea butter, Nipsey Hussle, pictures, etc. It didn't sell. It didn't sell service and product that people need. Ideal, affordable dentists with weekend hours, urgent care, etc. That's what I'm talking about. Them are the type of businesses we gotta have, y'all. The person hit it on the nail. The other one, I live down the street from the new Black Wall Street. It's overpriced, no advertising. The Black people who have booths there aren't even there half the time. Hours are horrible. I'm not surprised they are closing. Wow. The idea this is for Black Wall Street was engineered by former mayor and scam artist Jason Larry, who was about Black money, including walking off with plenty of it, not about business. A sad start. I live in Georgia and I didn't even know that Black Wall Street even existed. The shops don't sell things that people buy on a regular basis. And I just said that you got to have a product. Even if you have like a store like a mini Dollar Tree or Family Dollars, you know what I'm saying? You got to think big, Black people. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop thinking small and doing the same thing, selling the same thing been selling for over damn 20 years. You know what I'm saying? This was a big flea market. That's a fact. Money goes where it's treated nice. Pity is not a marketing strategy. This needs to be taught everywhere. I love that. Everybody was probably selling the same type of Afrocentric items. Besides, how many Black Queen t-shirts does a person need? God damn it. That was a low blow. The sad part is maybe without them realizing Black businesses have narrowed their consumer pool by exclusively marketing to one ethnic group and always screaming about cultural appropriation. When during this, they're essentially telling other ethnic groups that your business is not wanted here. Looking at some of the clothing companies, their design aren't even marketed for everyday women. Yeah, facts. Somebody said in the town of Eatonville, Florida, every first Saturday in 1887, the night market is held there. I don't know what this. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is. But yeah, man. Bottom line, y'all, we gotta learn how to sell stuff that people need on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Um, quick about FBA. Um, you know, somebody put this as FBA. Oh man, I will say this, y'all. Like I said, FBA have a good. It started off right. You know what I'm saying? You know, understanding our lineage, our culture as a Black Americans, and I call myself a Black American. I am. Um, and it's some people. It's some people I know. It's some people that I know that really believe in the movement for as lineage based and stuff like that. I just think that we got away from the real message. The message should have been, I said, if it was about reparations, it was about you being, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it should be about being self sufficient like other groups. But the thing about FBA I don't like is they focusing on bashing other melanated people in the Black diaspora or whatever, instead of focusing on building up group economics, building a powerhouse, teaching about, generational wealth. I'm gonna do a live about this on my podcast. Okay, that's what's up, bro. Tradition. Hey, hey, let me get on that, bro. Let me get on that. And the thing about it, man, is, you know, I see a lot of people. Like, I'm gonna place. Let me see, Black America. I'm gonna play something. Let me see something. Let me play this. Hold on. I mean, and like I said, Dr. Clark Anderson broke it down. Now Dr. Clark Anderson, he breaks it down a little bit more. Now, this makes sense, what Dr. Clark Anderson saying.
Well, no, I'm not Black. I'm an African American. What is an African American? Nobody knows. We are the silliest people on earth. They don't want to be Black. Now, anybody like my friend Stevie Wonder called me one morning and said, "This is little Stevie, Dr. Why don't you ever use the word African American?" Because I'm not that silly. I don't use the word African American. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a minority is. What is a minority? Is that a one-eyed person, or is that a humpback, a midget? What's a minority?
What's up, Black Love?
I don't know what a minority is, and I don't know what an African American is. You should be able to see anybody that comes.
I hate when people. I hate when people put all this music in the background. Just let the man speak. I hope y'all can hear it.
America is an African American. If you come from that, we got white Berbers in Africa. We got white South Africans. We got white South Rhodesians. We got Jews. We got Pakistanis. We got
and that's what that's the point I do agree with Dr. Clark Anderson on, and FBA. In Elon Musk is African American. Charlize Theron is African American. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Broken tradition. They lost the plot. They got away from. Yeah, like I say, Dr. Clark Anderson making sense. But see, when Tariq and them take it, they up here making comedy skits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Calling people African booty scratcher. What the hell they got to do with, if you delineating from a group, that's cool. But you ain't got, I don't even hear them talk about white people no more. That's the crazy part about it. You up here talking about other, you talking about other Black immigrants and stuff. And see, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. This is why I kind of step back. As far as reparation, I'm still for that. I mean, we probably never get it because Black people not going through the proper channels to do what they're supposed to do. First off, they're not building super PACs. They're not building no relationship with no kind of political candidate or putting money behind a political candidate. So that's just pretty much off the table. You don't never hear Tariq them yell that. They never talk, like we had Tamara Shealy down here in Georgia running. She was running against Raphael Warnock. She was running on reparations, and she still send me emails and stuff, and they still continue to do the work. But the thing is, nobody didn't put no money behind the sister. Just like Marcel Dixon by her, he on some little funny stuff now. I don't know, but and other black candidates who were trying to run on the reparation deal, black people talk that talk on social media, but when it's time to break that bread, they don't do that. A lot of people are doing great things. FBI enjoy this move. Yeah, they are black love, but I'm saying I'm talking about on a bigger level. I'm talking about like, show me your black people who putting money behind it. Can't we're gonna have this is a fact. You're not getting reparations unless you got doing the white man to sign off on it. That's the conversation that we don't want to have as black people. So I'm a realist. I deal in politics. I deal with these people on a local level. I know how it works. If you don't get no white people on your side, you're not gonna get it. How you gonna go in there and just snatch it out, go into the White House and tell the government, oh, you gonna give us reparations because it's old to us? Hell no, it don't work like that. We're not even organized. What's up, Rashid? What's up, brother? Been a minute. We ain't even an organized group. We're not. Black people are not organized. Listen, speaking of fan base, look at fan base. I was on the other day. I'm still on there. And people in there say they done with the app. They like, man, this is a failed app. Black owned. Isaac Hayes, Isaac Hayes, the third, his son, Isaac Hayes Jr., whatever. He created the app, and black people don't even go on there like that. We do have to get our minds together, and I believe reparation would be yeah, but black love, I'm just saying, show me how we gonna get it though. Like I'm talking about like what is the blueprint? You know what I'm saying? I don't see I think we stagnate right now on the reparations thing. I don't see no candidates we trying to get to help push it. For Democrats and Republicans, Democrats are gonna tell us what we want to hear. Republicans like the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? Democrats don't really care either because they know black people just gonna keep talking. One thing about us, we love to talk. Putting in work is different. I'm telling you, on a local level, it's a lot of work, y'all. Y'all don't understand. When you're dealing in politics on a local level, it's a lot of work. You had a vision. Okay, like, look, we gotta have more than a vision, sister. I'm sorry, we gotta have more than a vision. We gotta have a real blueprint. We gotta have a real plan. Think about it. Just like we talk about Black Wall Street closing in Georgia. Why you think it closed? The sister just broke it down. Black people don't sell you got to sell what everybody needs on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And then Broken Tradition talked about the cigar lounges here in Georgia. Man, listen, y'all don't understand. Those cigar lounges was booming. They was booming. Some people had reparation. Man, that's cool. Yeah, and like I said, I'm involved. One of the brothers in our nonprofit, he's involved with the reparation task force here in Fulton County. But the thing is, it's a lot of work. Why is Black Wall Street closing? Is better because Donald Trump is bringing back segregation. Now, Rashid, the thing is, black people really don't support black people. They don't. I mean, the thing is, it ain't about just supporting black people. If you got a product, listen, Nike promotes to everybody. Nike don't give a damn if you black, white, Mexican. We got to get out of that. See, that's one thing about our fitness brand, Have 5. We like, no, this is for everybody. We promote like, diabetes and obesity, trying to fight diabetes and obesity in America. So that's like a America thing. So you'll get more funding, you'll get more support. Believe me when I tell you that. Black people do not support each other like that, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. We don't. If that's the case, fan base would be booming right now. Fan base has been out for years, over 5 years now. I know it takes time, but when you go in those rooms, you don't even get, a good room on fan base is probably 20, 30 people. Only time you might get people with 100 or more if like Isaac or some other person that's pretty known to come on in. But it don't. I tell people go on fan base. I tell people on my TikTok, even on here, go to fan base, Nobody don't go to fan base because fan base ain't gonna put no money in their pocket. It don't get enough views and they don't get enough people in there. This is facts. They said, like Black Wall Street. They said Black Wall Street opening week was 10 to 15,000 people. That said, within 2 years, they was already going on. That lady said it went from hundreds of people coming in there to 10 to 2 people coming up in there. And I've been there before. That's sad, man. That's sad. Black Wall Street closed because black people didn't support it, because black people didn't think of anything that worth to buy. You can't buy shea butter and oil all the time, African garments and stuff like that, man. Like I said, you need like a dentistry in there, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can have like some kind of doctor office in there. That's a business, you know what I'm saying? You sell cell phones, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Have businesses like that. Something that people gonna need on a daily basis. They should have had like a car shop and fix on cars and stuff in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, have like a Firestone type business and stuff. You gotta, dealing with tech, stuff like that. But yeah, we don't think like that, man. We still thinking like the 90s in the early 2000s. Like you selling books on the corners and stuff. I mean, now books is cool. I'm just saying, we don't understand business like we're supposed to, man. That's why your boy Dr. Umar Johnson had that school up because he didn't understand. The man didn't have no kind of curriculum. He didn't have no staff. You know what I'm saying? He had no type of board. He didn't have none of that. Just talking on social media like a lot of us do. We where a lot of those merchants, most of them was Black Americans. They had a couple of them. You know what? Let me be honest with you, Black Love. You're not gonna run into too many black like these discount malls, the flea markets, and sweet swap meets. Most of these places gonna be ran by Black Americans and like immigrants. We need to practice group economics like other races do. We got to teach our youth because white supremacy teach our youth to become a consumer. We got to remove self-hatred from our brains. Hey, Rashid, I'm with you 100%, man. You right. And I'm at the point now, I can't even blame the white man no more, Rashid, because we know what we need to do as a people. You know what I'm saying? Black people are not dumb. We're not stupid. We just practice individualism, and that's our Achilles heel. We practice individualism. I got mine, you got yours. I got my big ass house over here, my nice cars, a little money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. But you look down on me. When black people become successful, guess what? They impress each other. They're not impressing no. Come on, listen. What they say? What's his name? Jeff Bezos, who owned Amazon, got half of black wealth. Come on, you think that man care about Jay-Z and Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry and all the other black people, the couple of billionaires we do have? You think they worry about them? Hell no. And they might revamp Black Love, they saying, but you got to change it up. You got to read. The only thing I learned about business, man, that's what we did with our fitness company. We were selling like clothes at first, but that really wasn't working because we didn't really understand what we was doing. Like I said, let's revamp it. Let's talk about more about something that I know about in my family having diabetes and stuff like that, and people being obese and friends and family. So I said, let's take it to that level. And now we get a bigger response. We got some big events coming up, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and a lot of support. So you sometimes you just gotta like tear it down and rebuild it back over. And that's what I'm saying about FBA. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Then you got too many other groups coming around. Now you got FBA, you got Solon, then you got you got the Freedmen, too many groups. Some people still claiming ADOS. At the end of the day, when that white man say, okay, who we couldn't check out to FBA, Solon, you feel what I'm saying? You got to be more organized. You gotta you like Dr. Clanson said, he set the Dr. Clanson taught us Powernomics. He gave us that years, decades ago, and black people still ain't following it. They show his clips on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that. But are y'all really acting on it? You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you another damn thing. I don't want to hear. It's like when we had our contract with the city, we were paying our people, mainly black kids. We have a summer program. We're having it this year because guess what? The white liberal Democrats cut the program. That's why I told you on a local level, it matters. The white liberal Democrats cut the program. We had a program for kids, paying them, some of them $20 an hour. I think a child makes, some adults don't make that. $20 an hour to clean up the community, y'all. We had a program, we was contracting out black businesses to cut senior citizen yards, cutting down trees, cleaning gutters, all that. The white liberal Democrats cut that out. Though I tell y'all, at the end of the day, it don't matter about what party you rock with. All of them, at the end of the day, and them white liberals are the worst. Them white liberal Democrats are the worst. You know what I'm saying? You got to get involved on a local level so you can get these kind of programs. We had that program going for almost 4 years. You know what I'm saying? We're working on some other things, but the point I'm trying to let y'all understand, with FBA, you got to get more organized. You just can't sit up here on social media got your lives going, which you it was funny. We talk about white supremacy, but y'all are put white folks the one run these damn these YouTubes and TikToks and the Asian, I think they sold to America and all the other platforms, Instagram. We don't control those because the white man ice is colder. We can say what we want. If the white man ice wasn't colder, fan base be booming by now. Why ain't no real black celebrities on fan base? Think about it. Why don't you have a bunch of black celebrities on fan base? Because they don't believe in the app. And the app is nice. It's a lot of good features on the app. Isaac really poured in. I don't believe it. I don't agree with Isaac's political views, but I will say I supported the brother. Even Tariq went out the damn fan base. He called it a fail. Listen, Tariq, then she said him and Isaac had bumped heads. He even said that he had a failed streaming service. That's what he said. If brothers and me tried to give money, everyone else didn't give him fuck about us. I'd rather support my own kind that look like me. I'd rather see you have a bag. I'm tired of other races draining. Exactly. All right, brother. Hey, Rashid, appreciate it, brother. Hey, you right. And I wish a lot of brothers felt like you. That what Dr. Clark Anderson said. We don't have a code of conduct. Black people talk for the moment, man. You know what I'm saying? They talk for the moment. They don't really have a, like I said, even when we was even back with Bumpy Johnson now, black people still didn't have an organized crime. They still had to go, they still had to go talk to the Italians and the white people, you know what I'm saying? To get approval on certain things. Even I was watching what's the show? Uh, uh what's it? What's the show with Bumpy Johnson with Forrest Whitaker? What's the name of that show, y'all? God, Black Godfather of Harlem. It was the episode. I think it was season 2. I think it was season 2. Because it was season 4, maybe it's season 3. When he was trying to bring all the black gangsters together. He was trying to bring all the black gangsters together, and guess what happened? They turned on Bumpy Johnson, and he had to kill him because they want to deal with the Italians. Think about it. Listen, man, y'all got me going 42 minutes, along when I did a long time. Check this out, man, because y'all know I don't really touch on this stuff like I used to. Think about it. Even now with our rappers, we still glorify. Even back in the 90s, in the 80s, we glorify the Italians. Yo Gotti. Everything's about the mob, Scarface, even though it's a fictitious character. Let's keep it real, y'all. Black people do not honor their own people. We honor other people. Capone. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cat to be? I could name a lot of rappers. We idolizing white people, Italian gangsters and stuff. Even with Griselda, with Benny the Butcher and them. Listen, Benny the Butcher, them names that the Italians be using. Griselda, that's a damn woman. That was a damn, Colombian queen pen. You gonna name a black man group called Griselda? Come on, man. And I like Griselda. I like they flow. They beats be dope. But I'm just saying, y'all up here idolizing other people who's not black. You had a lot of black gangsters if you want to. You had Bumpy Johnson and other guys. But come on, y'all. What happened? Hold on. What did I do? Oh, I'm still on. Okay, here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find my what in the hell? Oh, y'all. I'm missing myself. Where I'm at. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Can y'all see me still? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know why my thing doing this on y'all. It's showing some stuff with Michael Jackson. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Was I off the screen? Can y'all see me? Okay. Yeah, man. I lost my train of thought, but I'm just saying black people don't even honor black people. They don't. We don't honor each other. We honor other groups. We don't support each other when it comes to clothes and stuff. Telfar, the bag the women got my daughter and put me on that. Y'all go buy Gucci still for your body. I see a couple of black women with Telfar bags, but you still want Gucci, Louis, Marc Jacobs, and all that shit. Let's keep it real. And you talk all this stuff about illegal immigrants. Most black people still be at the damn hair salons and nail salon. I know a black woman, matter of fact, the street from me. She had a beauty supply store. My daughter, when I used to go buy their stuff, I used to buy my daughter's lotions and their cream, their hair products and stuff. I remember the sister was starting, her store was starting to kind of lose a lot of items, right? Her inventory was low. And I asked her, I said, what's going on? You know, is business good? She said, let me tell you. She said, we're not doing good. Our people are not supporting us. Guess what? Next door was a Fine Nails. It's a spa. They do nails. The Asian people own it, right? That sister was out of there maybe 2 months after me and her had that conversation. Probably about 5 months later, the Asians got that damn building and they expanded the nail salon. Black people ain't serious, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have black nail salons. We should be supporting black nail salon. All these black women who got skills. Where's that? I supported one sister, but she was so far out. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk the talk. We talk the FBA talk, but we don't control any resources in this country. Let's see, we giving and like I said, I don't like to call people. Like I said, I can say a lot of stuff. You know, I, and me, I don't really give a damn because I don't really get into this type of stuff no more. I'm changing my content around. But the thing is, when I do have these address community, I'm going all in. I'm gonna say something else. I ain't trying to bet Tariq. I'm about hitting color movies and other movies of his. The thing is, you can't make movies about Africa. The first 2, 3 documentaries about Africa going hard for Africa, and then you know you calling people African booty scratchers. And the other damn thing is, okay, you did the Haitian Revolution, you did that. That's cool. You giving us information, but think about this. Think about this, y'all. The man, wife, and I'm gonna tell you another thing I don't do no more. If you mix, you're biracial. You're not just black. That's another thing I'm stop saying. We gotta stop doing that. We just because a person biracial, we just call them black. The one drop rule, that shit's over with. Your ass biracial. You got a white parent and a black parent, and just like Obama and well, Kamala Harris and you know whatever. But I'm saying Tariq Nasheed, mother-in-law is white, and his wife is biracial. You're biracial. She's not black, just black. She's biracial. So the point I'm trying to make is you can't talk all that black shit and you sitting with your in-laws at the table. You think them conversations don't come up? Come on, black people. You gotta be smart, man. I even brought that up one time and nobody didn't say nothing about it. Cause see, we love who we love, and black people like to get hyped up on stuff. He's a good speaker. The brother got game. The dude selling Ogun juice, which is the African god. Yeah. I ain't trying to sound like Michi, y'all. I'm just throwing everything out to the table. You gotta think about it. I was like, damn, I'm following the guy, but you know, your wife is biracial and your mother-in-law is white, your in-laws are white. So if y'all sit at the table, they'll ask you questions like, damn, Tariq, you talk a lot about white supremacy and white people and all that, but you know, hey, how you feel about us? Your kids, their grandmother's a white woman. See, you gotta ask those questions. But y'all don't want to hear that because the man got the gift of gab and he running, you know, hey, and I don't listen to none of them cats really no more. Yep, it's an act. Oh, it had to be. You're right. You're right. And then all the black people who fought FBA, like I said, I love the lineage base of it. I consider myself a black American. I'm a black American. I rock the Black American Heritage flag. I got the shirt. I'm a black American. I don't know nothing about Africa. I'm not down in Africa. I don't never been there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, genetically, everybody's from Africa to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. I mean, hell, all the scientists said it from all races, but I'm just saying, all I know is America. I'm going to at least gonna keep it real. You know, my roots is here in Georgia, my family. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go bash other people. If they come at me, I'm gonna come at them, but I'm not gonna waste all my energy because black people don't have the time to be doing all this right now. If I did I think I did. You gotta look at one of my other pop-up lives. I'm looking at black people in engineering and tech, even in the contracting world with construction workers and welding and HVAC and plumbing. We are falling behind in that. Them the type of things we need to be talking about. Calling people tellers and shit just a waste of damn time to me. Like, dude, we gotta listen. I'm building my empire now with my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UEOA. Y'all know who you are. You know what we doing. The thing is, it's gonna take time, black people. You gotta have a 5 to 10 year plan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you want reparations, you're gonna have to build a super PAC. You're gonna have to get politicians, white politicians mainly, to support it on Democrats or Republican side. That's just the way it is. That's the talk that Tariq don't want to have, or FBA. They talking about everybody say, you know, FBA is bigger than Tariq. Okay, FBA, you got to have that type of. I understand. We do have some, like I said, we got the task force here in Atlanta. We got task force, I think, in California, New York. But we need to have an actual meeting with all the black task force to see are we on the same page, because we can't be here in Atlanta talking about one thing for reparations, and out in California they talking about something different, and people in New York talking about something different, and people in Chicago and Philly talking about something different. We need to be on the same page, or it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work at all. Now, when we first started back in 2019, when we got the word out, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. This another. I'll give shout out to FBA on this. FBA is the reason why Kamala Harris didn't win, because FBA and black independents and black conservatives took a lot of them votes away. I think it's gonna be the same way in 2028. That's the only power I see them having right now. Showing the world, okay, if you really want to make a stance in 2028, let people know this is FBA. Yeah, we're lineage based, but we involved in politics too. You need to take it more than just lineage based. See, lineage based is easy. I'm just keeping it real. That's easy. It's easy to delineate from people. Facts. But putting in the work, putting money behind politicians, going out there, knocking on doors, out in them streets like out there doing robocalls, all that stuff, that takes work. Telling your people, listen, you got to keep your community clean, because if you don't, they're going to come in here and they're going to gentrify the areas like they're doing in all the major cities. I've been out there. I've seen it, y'all. You can't blame the white man for trashing your community. Them facts. You cannot blame the white man. You got to blame yourself. You got to blame yourself for Black Wall Street failing because you didn't support the business. But you can't, I don't knock y'all because they didn't have products that you actually want. Black people, when you sell products, you can't keep selling shea butter and oil all the time and incense and Black Queen t-shirts. It's bigger than that. I'm just keeping it real. Let's finish playing a little bit of Dr. Clark Anderson.
All of that come to America can classify themselves as African American. As a matter of fact, we had one Pakistani that came to America, and he wanted to went to the University of Maryland and wanted to get a medical scholarship that was set aside for blacks. They wouldn't give him the scholarship. He went to court in Maryland and sued and won $150,000 because he says, I am a Pakistani, but I'm from Africa and I'm an American, so I'm an African American.
Wow, y'all heard that? And that part too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Understand the word African American, anybody can be that if they come from Africa. So yeah. Dr. Clark Anderson, man, he don't have to listen. Dr. Clark Anderson, give that man his flowers while he's still here. That man he don't owe us nothing. Dr. Clark Anderson don't owe black people nothing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta go to the gym. But listen, another thing, black people, take care of y'all health too, man. I see too many people obese. It's ridiculous. We gotta take care of ourselves, man. We got to. You can't have a strong community if everybody's sick. Think about that. I ain't said that in a long time. You can't have a strong community if everybody's sick. Stop making excuses. Oh, I gotta work. I can't afford to buy no, I don't want to hear that. Facts. Well, these dispensary in the Black Wall Street store. No, they didn't have the dispensary. No, they didn't have one. I don't believe they did. I don't think they did. It was a good size. We went when they first started open. They say they're not gonna they're gonna reopen. I think when they go in there and reopen, they gotta revamp it, man. They gotta revamp it. If they don't revamp it, it's gonna be the same old thing. You know what I'm saying? True, we must take care of our health. Yeah, man. So anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. But we supposed to be coming. I'm gonna go watch the Michael Jackson movie. Me and my girl, me and my woman. I don't say my girl. Me and my woman is going to see the Michael Jackson movie at 3:45. So I should be back. I think we probably get on. Kathy Blacklow, I think we probably get on tonight, right? So I probably gonna be like 6:30, y'all. When we get on in because I think the movie is 2 hours long. So yeah, give or take. So yeah, if we don't get on tonight, we'll get on tomorrow for sure. I know we keep pushing the dates. Shout out to the ULA. Good morning, live from Africa Town. Make sure y'all check us out, y'all. 7 years, yeah, 7 o'clock be good. That'd be good because they still be early. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go to a movie too late. Go support I heard it was a good movie, man. I heard it was real good. We're gonna go see it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been to the movies in a minute. I think last movie I went to see was Superman. But yeah, man, we're gonna go get out, you know what I'm saying, and check it out. I heard that that was his nephew, Jafar. They said he did a good job, man. So we shall see. I know I'm a movie critic now. Then that being said, y'all, I see y'all later on. I do the review on tomorrow, but we'll be back on, I think, tonight. But yeah, that being said, I'm out. Peace.